I'm going to talk about trekking poles. I'm going to tell you why I love trekking poles, what I like, what I don't like, different design features, handles, grips, tips, twist lock, speed lock, anti-shock, carbon, aluminum. I'm going to try to share as much information as I can in this video and just keep it simple. So I've been using trekking poles heavily for 2 years. Before that, I used this on a mountain goat hunt in 2015. It was a long time ago. Used it on the mountain goat hunt, it helped. The reason why you want to use trekking poles is it gives your knees a break. It helps you use your arms when you're going up a hill. It gives you like more traction. They say, you know, all-wheel drive, it's like four-wheel drive going up the hill. The main thing I like is when you're going downhill, it saves your knees. We did a big scouting trip for elk last year, 2018, and we went up some crazy stuff, miles. On the way back down, the bottom of my knee, underneath my knee on the front end, was killing me. I was limping so hard. It's because I was just going down with no help and I wasn't squatting. I know you can't see the full frame here, but I wasn't like squatting down. There's a lot of good YouTube videos that tell you how to go downhill. Or it's almost like you're like semi-running, squatting, going down. That'll help you. Using trekking poles will also help. You want to help your knees out instead of your knees just taking all the weight, whatever's on your back, your body weight. You want to have something that's going to help you. So trekking poles help with that. They help when you have a heavy load, when you're climbing out, going flat. It's more stabilization. If it's slick outside, it's going to help you up the snow. So some things to consider is grip. You got these two both have a cork grip. It varies on brand, like how much of a real cork feel it has. This one, I would say, this Outdoor Products one, kind of might feel nicer than this Lakey one. This is a Lakey Cork Light anti-shock pole. The thing about the Lakey, it is a blend. It's a blended cork, so it's not like straight up cork, or it's nice and soft. It feels a little plasticky, but better than straight plastic, better than rubber. It's pretty comfortable. This one I think might be just a tad bit more comfortable. It's kind of more natural cork. The cork on some of the Black Diamond, like the Alpine Carbon cork, that is really soft cork. It feels comfortable. It feels nice on your hands. So, a little comparison there. I think my favorite isn't the Lakey for cork, but Black Diamond is. As far as grip goes, you want something that's comfortable in your hand. Some people like a straight top. This is just a little bit ergonomic to kind of wrap around your hand. This is my favorite. This is really ergonomic. Your hand just kind of fits in there. 2 fingers up top. This or 1 finger up top. When you're coming down, you can palm that. Very comfortable. Use it. You just have a lot of different ways you can switch when you're going up or down using these poles. So I really like that a lot. Does have vents on the side. Gives you a little bit of ventilation. I don't know. I've used these in the summertime. I've sweated on them. I've never got like blisters or anything. I've used these a ton. If you need to adjust the strap, you pull up and you can pull on the bottom to get whatever amount you need. And pop it back down, and it's good to go. The locks on this is called speed lock. Very simple. Opens up. If you need it tighter, you have to open this all the way and then tighten this nut here. It's very basic, but it works. It's basically a 3-pole component. It's aluminum. I'm going to talk about aluminum versus carbon here in a second, but you can adjust however you want. And they're nice. So aluminum versus carbon, I've used both, and I personally like the aluminum, and I'm being honest, I'm not sure if it's because it has the anti-shock and it feels like there's more give. There is more give. You can see that bend just a little bit, and I like having a little bit of give. I don't like a super stiff pole, and with carbon, the ones that I've tried have felt more stiff, and I personally like a little bit of give. Some people love the carbon feel where it's just like a solid pole. I don't know of a carbon pole that comes with anti-shock. There probably is one out there, but just the ones that I've tried, I like anti-shock, and I like that the aluminum gives a little bit. The weight difference, yes, you're going to be less weight in a carbon, but it's kind of minimal. But for people who count every ounce, then that's important. So I would try to test them out, see how they feel, see what you think you would like. It's always tough. Or borrow some from a friend, say, hey, can I try these out for the weekend, whatever. The other component is the tip. So there's a carbide tip versus a rubber tip. So I have rubber tips for my Lakey poles, and I've used them. I like carbide. Carbide, I'm a hunter, it's louder, but if I'm in like a stock or I'm pursuing an animal, tracking poles are going to go in the backpack. They go down pretty short. A lot of times I'll just stick them inside the side of the pack. They stick out just a little bit, and I'm focused on hiking in. I don't use the poles, so I'm not as concerned about that. But the reason why I like carbide is it just grabs onto rocks. It's really impressive how good they grip. The rubber tip, I mean, yeah, they're quieter. I just don't like them as much. I don't use them. I ran them for a couple hunts. I switched them out to just take them off and use the carbide. The other factor, if you are pitching a shelter, these are not the best for pitching a shelter because it's not a complete flat thing. This one may or may not be better because it's kind of a tip. This would probably be better. But something like those Alpine carbon corks or maybe Black Diamond Trailback, they're going to have a flatter top where it's way more ideal for pitching a shelter. So if you got a tarp or teepee or something you're putting in the middle, you want something that's flatter. This does work, but I had a lot of issues trying to get mine to stay up with my little shelter that I had. I would say for durability, I can say the Lakey is awesome. I haven't had any of these break on me. These have been beat up. I mean, they're muddy, they're dirty, bloody. They've been through the ringer. So when I packed out my elk just a couple weeks ago, I use these to pack out, and it really makes a huge difference when you have that extra help there. So I will say that Lakey are very durable. They're strong. I've used these on so many hunts, so many hikes. All my weighted cardio pack, when I'm just hiking with weight, use them all the time, probably 4 or 5 times a week, and they've been outstanding. No issues, nothing's broke, nothing's cracked, and they're comfortable there's a little bit of wear and tear. I'm trying to show you just on the cork, just barely, but I mean, they've been used. They're in good shape. They're still comfortable. There's no big gouges. There's a little small gouge. I don't know. I know you can't really tell, but they're in good shape, and I'll beat the crap out of them. So as far as brands go, I'm familiar with Black Diamond and Lakey. A lot of people love Black Diamond, the Alpine carbon cork. The Trailbacks are really good. Trailback is going to be like a rubber grip, and I think my hands would get blistered after a while. Some people hike with gloves. I don't typically. So think about your situation. Think about, am I going to be hiking with gloves? Is this going to be comfortable on my skin? Kind of a difference between the twist top or twist leg is sometimes these will collapse. If you're using them for a while, eventually something gives and they'll collapse. I've had these collapse just a few times where it just wasn't tight enough. You can always, like I said, open it up, tighten up the nut, and you should be fine. See what kind of features are important to you, whether that's a really stiff, carbon pole. Do you like the anti-shock? For me, the grip is huge. I really like the anti-shock. I don't mind just the few grams extra of weight that I get for an aluminum pole. I've always recommended this for the grip, and it's great. So the replacement for this, they don't make the cork light anymore. It's Macaloo light AS anti-shock. But I'll put a link in my description to the Macaloo, so you can check it out, and probably the other trekking poles that are on Go Hunt Gear Shop. See what you think. Thanks for watching. Get some trekking poles. Stay safe. Hunt hard. Live life. Peace out. Bye. Oh, yeah.